So today I took my trades in to the store and I got $53 or so in store credit, and I spent almost all of it. But on my way there, I decided to pop in the bins and see what I find, and I found a few things. I found one thing to trade in to add to the trade-in pile, and I don't have it anymore because it again was traded in. But I did find myself 3 or 4 things. Let me see here. I found myself 4 things to add to my VHS collection and 1 DVD. I haven't seen this one, and I'm gonna have to take the little stickers off of it because ew. But I've never seen this, and it is Trick or Treat Scooby-Doo. So I was like, cool. I was like, is it actually in there? It was in there. I'm like, well, does it play? It's gonna play. It's brand new practically. So I found that on DVD. Yay! For my collection, I found Pump Up the Bomb. This is gonna be like a Christian Slater double feature kind of. I actually really like this artwork. It's different from the DVD artwork of Pump Up the Volume, but it is in there. I'm gonna be putting my rewinder to use, but it's in there. Wait, and it does need to be rewound. So, to rewound pile right there. I've never heard of this one, but it has Christian Slater, and this is why I said this is gonna be a Christian Slater feature. Desperate for Love. I'm like, I've never heard of this. First of all, it doesn't need to be rewound, but it's in there. Let me read the back of this, because I don't know. Alex Cutler and Cliff Petrie, Christian Slater, are best friends who are very different. Alex is a rich and popular football player, while Cliff is a loner, barely making ends meet. But they do have one thing in common besides their friendship. They are in love with the same girl, Lily Beckham, and this cute little cheerleader is playing their love to advance her own goals. How far will best friends go for the 4-letter word, L-O-V-E? Okay, Ashley Simpson. While their friendship end in murder, hang on to your heartstrings and witness the romantic tragedies that can happen when a confused teenager is desperate for love. Running time, 93 minutes. Doesn't give me a year. But yeah, I have never heard of this, but that is what this looks like. Does it have a year on here? Does not have a year. Not at all. Not even on the package. Anywho, to rewound pile. What I did find that it was in the trade pile was a copy of From Dusk Till Dawn. I didn't need it. I'm not a big fan of that movie. But I did add this one to my collection, Dawn of the Dead. And it does need to be rewound, mold free. These do get cleaned up before they go in my collection. It was a previously viewed Hollywood video movie. But yeah, I was like, wow, cool. So Dawn of the Dead, those are what I found at the bins when I popped in on my way to the video store. Give me a second, I'm going to turn the light on. There we go. Okay, this is what I got with my credit at the store when I took my trades in. I got some horror, some of my erotic thrillers. So let's put these here. I got all of these in the horror section. I got more horror than not. Okay, so we're going to start off with this. This was $4, and it is called Jill the Ripper. Has Dolph Lundgren in it. I can't read part of this because of the sticker. It's in the back seat, $4. Rejecting the police theory that murder is the work of a female prostitute, Wilson infiltrates the powerful underground world of political intrigue and illicit affairs. What he discovered is the twisted realm of sexual bondage and dark violence. And when a series of other men turn up bound and murdered, Wilson's obsession with finding the killer amounts. As he sinks deeper into a web of corruption and deceit, his own lines between right and wrong become blurred, and he begins to lose all objectivity. I was sold. Like, I mean, I was sold. So, Jill the Ripper. I didn't see, like, I try to get stuff that I don't think has a DVD release, and if it does, then I don't think I'll ever find it. But Jill the Ripper with Dolph Lundgren. We got A Whisper to a Scream. Look at that artwork. What year was this Jill the Ripper? This was 2000. And this one is Whisper to a Scream. It needs to be rewound, but it's so at least it's mold free. This one I can't see because the sticker, but it is classified as erotic thriller. This one is just classified S&M thriller. I like how they do that. Anyway, continuing on. Gabrielle is a struggling actress ready to do anything for a really good part. Her big break comes with a role as a telephone sex girl. To prepare, she actually takes a job as an operator in a local sex club. At first, Gabrielle's callers are perversely fascinating, but soon she tires of the novelty. To amuse herself, she creates different telephone voices and matches them to the physical descriptions of the exotic dancers who work with her at the club. Suddenly, her harmless diversion turns to disaster when those same dancers are murdered one by one. Is the killer stalking his phone sex partners, or does he know that all the voices belong to Gabrielle? The telephone is ringing again, and whispers are building to a scream. Again, right up my alley. Whisper to a Scream. This is like hidden back there, so got that one. This one, I was just like, ooh, it's like an iridescent. It's called Fallen Angel. And this one's just classified as suspense mystery and was $8. It has Alexandra Paul, Vlasta Verana, Anthony Michael Hall, and Michelle Johnson. So at least I know who Anthony Michael Hall is. Your darkest angel has a deadly secret. The victim of a teenage gang's careless prank, a young woman, Vicky, has just found the perfect opportunity to exact revenge on those who left her for dead. It is up to a steely detective, Laura Underwood, and Brian Cutler, Anthony Michael Hall, Edward Scissorhands, yada yada yada, to fit the pieces of this puzzle together before the serial killer strikes again. But Laura is about to find out how close to home the pieces of this puzzle fall. So, again, right up my alley. If I can get it out, we're gonna check it. I didn't check it in the store. Doesn't need to be reminded, it's in there. So that was $8. Okay, now we're getting into the horror stuff. I picked up Damien, The Omen 2. I like that it still has the original Walmart sticker. Again, there's this one was $3. So I got this one with my credit. It's rewound. And we got this one called Dead of Night. I love placing this stuff. And it was $6. And this one is the silent beacon of a desolate lighthouse now echoes with the terrified screams of a sadistic serial killer's victims. The thick fog smothering the lonely island holds a danger far worse than the jagged rocks of its shores. His name is Leo Rook, and he wants you dead. Part human, part hunter, all evil. Rook methodically stalks his prey to satisfy a demonic bloodlust. There's no escape, no place to hide, and no way to stop. This ferocious madman, he's the killer in the dark who controls the nightlight. Don't close your eyes. Running time, 95 minutes. Let me see if there's a year on this, on the tape itself, because... 2000. Was there a year on this one? I can't tell because it's covered by the sticker. And next we got Witchery. Look at that artwork. Has Linda Blair and David Hasselhoff. A terrifying secret lies hidden between its walls. Once a thriving exclusive resort, now the old hotel stands as a faded monument of another, less complicated time. Her grandeur has been replaced by dark and sinister shadows when a photographer and his fiancée come to the hotel to shoot a photo spread. They are drawn into a mystery from which there is no escape. An encounter with a sinister old woman dressed in black begins a series of terrifying events leading up to a nightmare of possession, satanic rites, and deadly sacrifice. Linda Blair, The Exorcist, Chained Heart, and David Hasselhoff, Knight Rider, Star Crash, lead an important cast in the seductive and shocking motion picture experience. I mean, yeah. a little crap. It's cracked, which sucks, but it is rewound and it's in there. And this is from 1988. So we have that. And last but not least, I was like, wow, this is from the Scott brothers. Holy crap. And it was only $8. I thought it would cost more, and I never heard of this movie, but it is from executive producers Tony and Ridley Scott. It's called Wicked Dreams, and it says, from the Hunger Collection with Terrence Stamp, some dreams shouldn't come true. But look at that. This was only $8, but this is what really sold me on this tape. It's colored, and it needs to be rewound. It's 105 minutes. I can't tell you what year it's from because, again, the sticker from the store is covering it up. But it says, now I lay me down to sleep. When the sun goes down, the creatures of the night come to life in this haunting vision from producers Tony Scott and Ridley Scott. Vicious goddesses, sinister truck drivers, evil motels, and kidnapping prove to be one hellish adventure that will creep its way into your worst nightmare. When a man checks into a seedy hotel room, he finds the cable TV has taken a life of its own, and surviving the night could be deadly. Later on, a female journalist looking for a great scoop hitches a ride down the road of darkness that will terrorize her forever. And a lighthouse keeper comes face to face with a malevolent creature from the sea with a merciful power that could mean lights out forever. Bruce Davidson and Curtis Armstrong, Revenge of the Nerds. Oh, it's Booger. Star in this movie. It's an anthological horror, so that's why there's there's more than one story. But just look at that artwork. I was totally sold on this. I'm like, So that is my quick little haul from the tape store and popping in the bins really fast. A Ghoul and her tapes. I love my horror. I love my thrillers, my erotic thrillers especially. So here we go. This is everything I got today. So just really quick. Thanks for spending like the last 13 or so minutes with me and letting me talk about tapes because you know, I love my tapes. Anyway, have a good night. Toodles.